Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Accu-Stats Arena at Caesars, Southern Indiana for the 2020 Derby City Classic. Thank you very much. This is the 22nd edition of Pool's most exciting event. It's a 9-day extravaganza. We're in day number 8 in the 9-ball division. We're working our way to find out who's going to be the 9-ball champ and the master of the table champ. Got a little ways to go, and we'll be on our way here in just a second. Want to remind everybody that this event is sponsored by Diamond Billiard Products, by Simonis Cloth, and by Cyclop Pool Balls. And we also want to recognize Master Chalk and Outsville for also being our great equipment providers. And lastly, we want to thank all of our great Derby City family and friends throughout the world, and those of you here watching live in person. You are the most important part of the Derby City Classic. All right. 9-ball action coming up for you right now. A couple of players from the same part of the country that are familiar with each other. We're honored to have them play at center court for us right now. Introducing first, from Ronkonkoma, New York. He's a former Joss Tour champion. He's also a former New Jersey State 8 and 9-ball champion. He's sponsored by Mike Capone. He's known as Joey K. Would you please welcome Joey Korsiak? Thank you. His opponent from New York City. She's a former Predator Tour Stop champion, and by the way, that was in the men's division. She's a former Empress Cup champion in Korea, and she's currently ranked #1 on the WPBA Tour. Sponsored by Predator, by Handshoe Jump Cues, and by Skyline Billiards. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 9mm Jennifer Barretta. All right, players, would you please come and lag for the break? It's a rack-your-own format, race to 9 with a 40-second shot clock. We're going to send it upstairs to the commentary booth to Mark Wilson and Bill Hendrixson. Go ahead, Mark.
Hello and welcome, pool fans. We're bringing you Elite Class 9-ball featuring Joey Korsiak and Jennifer Barretta. My name is Mark Wilson, and alongside me here is our special guest, colorman Bill Hendrixson. Welcome, Bill, and this match looks to be the Battle of New Yorkers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm sure they played each other before, too. They both play over at Steinway. There's a lot of stuff going on around there, a lot of tournaments and stuff like that. She has a room somewhere in the city.
Skyline Billiards. I'm sure they're tuned in and watching. Glad to have you alongside. Korsiak has won the leg. This is a race to 9. We're using a break box.
He's racking the balls on Outsville's template. It's being used all around in a lot of the tournaments now.
The 9, of course, is racked on the spot, and they're using a 3-point break rule. Most people know what that means, but I will explain it anyway. 3 balls must cross the head string. For each ball that you pocket, 1 less ball must cross the head string. Otherwise, it's a non-compliant break. The result is, if you make a non-compliant break, your opponent may accept the table as is and shoot, or may force you to play. Look at how many balls came down table. 3, 6. A dry break, but 8 of the 9 balls are on the far end of the table. That gives you the greatest chance to make one when you move that much of the rack that distance.
Looks like she might be able to cut this ball in. It's very close. And I guess she couldn't, so she played a 3-cushion safe and did well with it.
The 2 balls really jumbled up. She's blocked direct access to the 1 ball here for Korsiak.
So he's going to kick at this ball. He could kick either the side rail or the bottom rail. I would lean towards hitting the bottom rail, but he may choose the other.
Chose a good speed, and he's returned a safety here on that kick.
Yeah, he barely hit the ball too. He just grazed it, and but he got all of the best results you could get. He's going to try and kick at this ball. She can go cross-side or up and down. The easiest hit would be the up and down, because cross-side she'd have to turn the cue ball either way, either draw it or spin it.
Plus, you have way more clutter this way to possibly tangle up the one ball.
Sure.
That's a good shot. And this is the exact reason you play it from the side rail, although it looked like the one ball stuck out over the side.
She's going to have a possibility of making this one, but the two ball is not really doesn't really have a pocket unless you really do something fancy with the cue ball here, which can be done. He can jack up and draw this ball back and come into the 5 maybe.
That would help a lot. Got the side pocket here, so that was a pretty good shot. A lot of traffic to negotiate on this shot.
Very difficult to get on the 3, and then the 5 is going to be like an off-angle combination. After the 4, this is going to be a real problem getting on the 3.
I think he's going to rub the 5 maybe going by there, or maybe not. On the after he hits it, no, he was able to hold it. Great speed there to avoid clutter and clattering into a ball.
Looks like the 4 does fit past the 7, so he may just decide to hold the cue ball right there on the 3 and then cut the 4 in and come across for the 5.
Smoothly struck.
Yeah, he has a nice stroke, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. You can see how he won those tournaments up in an area of the country where it's going to be filled with very, very tough players.
I don't think he's going to go for the combination. He might. I mean, it's not that hard of a combination, but he could come across and shoot the ball straight down the other corner. I'm not sure what he's going to choose.
Well, he played for the combination, but he fell a little short.
Nice opportunity for safe, though. He can draw right behind the 6 here, maybe.
Yeah, he might even be able to pin the cue ball to the 6.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's queuing up to play the 5, so he has more area than we think. Nope, he played the safety. Good job.
This is a real tough kick. I mean, he could go the short way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're right. But, that's like the only way to go.
I'm thinking 3 rails, 3 or 4 rails. Just because the short way, you got to warp that in there. It's just as easy to scratch as it is to hit the 5 ball.
Absolutely.
But this is not a cupcake either.
No, and if she hits it, it's probably going to sell out something.
Exactly.
If nothing else but a safe, it'll sell out something probably.
At the best. No, got too long.
Illegal contact.
So Korsiak earns ball in hand here from his good safety.
This is a no-brainer out, I call it.
Enormous 9-ball field of 409 players, and both of these 2 players find themselves in the top 25% of the field at this point. Tournament wraps up tomorrow night.
You might want to play this rail first, but he can also just hit it with a firm stroke and pop off the rail. You got to be careful you don't miss an easy shot here.
Well, it plays so much easier rail first.
Yeah.
You don't have to fight with the pocket. And the margin of error is absolutely enormous rail first.
Nicely done.
And as we look at the Q-Tech scoreboard, it reveals that Korsiak has 1, Barretta 0. Race to 9.
And they're playing winter breaks, right?
Yes.
Previously, over here we had the Bigfoot going on, and I believe that was alternate breaks.
Yes.
So if you have a buyback, you don't want to go prepay. You're just buying the money at this point.
I was on a 5x10. That was a great tournament also. I really enjoyed it.
It's my very favorite event here. It's a real test, 16 players, single elimination, race to 11, 10 ball, 10-foot table, $1,000 entry fee.
Joey has a real good break. I've watched him break a lot of times, and sometimes he can really get it going. Let's see if he tries or if he just plays the cut break here and gets more conservative.
With the 9 on the spot, most of the guys been playing the 1 on the side as well as the 2 ball from the side of the wing ball. Wing ball did not threaten it. He came across the top of it, and that's why the 1 did not release. The 2 ball gets bumped in by the 8.
I mean, he didn't get the best of the rolls here, but he made a nice break. The cue ball was not wild. It was under control. He made a ball.
Very much so, and just the first chance to play safe is powerful at this level.
He was a former friend, not a former. I guess he's a former friend of George Sansucci, Ginky, and I used to watch them playing these practice games they made up to play as practice their break. Mm-hmm. And Ginky had a really great break too.
He did.
And they would stay for hours and hours playing these games where you paid each other a buck if you got so many balls behind the head string. So he developed this break like Ginky, I think, pretty well.
All right.
Well, I don't know how much of that she could even see.
Right. She's left a golden start here for Joey.
Yeah,
He recognizes just getting on the 3 ball. If he gets on the 3 ball here, the rest of it is pretty straightforward. So this is kind of the big shot of this rack. Wasn't taxing at all. He got right on it. Perfect. Now it's just execution, Bill.
Oh, yeah. This is like an automatic. You just draw this ball off to the side and shoot the 4 in the same pocket if you hit it softly. Follow down for the 5 on the side. Right down between the 6 and the 5 that he should play. If he gets straight on the 5, it's going to be all over. It'll be a simple rack from there.
He didn't get straight, and now the 9 ball becomes an issue, and he's bridging over the 6. That's a case where he would have been a little better off to even overrun straight in, but not come up short and get bridging like this. If he goes the other direction, he doesn't have to deal with any balls. Looks like he can just roll it. Lightly bump the 7.
Well, the 9.
Or I'm sorry, I'm looking at, look at this.
Oh my gosh. He didn't want to do it. I would have done it that way too, Mark. I would have just slowly grazed it and grazed the 9 to slow me down.
Well, he powered up a little bit, and then the topspin didn't take as soon off the tangent line. Now he's got to come with a big shot here. First big test of the match. You see, he's a pretty competent ball pocketer.
Well, he sure is. Nice stroke. He's experienced too. People don't know him that well, but he has a bunch bunch of good experience.
His name is chronically in the billiard publications. Nice recovery now from his position there earlier.
Yeah, he should just stop the ball here, and it'll slide out for the 9 on the side.
Good clearance, good look there. Very compact stroke. Routine 9-ball now. Korsiak will lead 2-0.
Doesn't seem as if the time clock has gotten involved at all. They both play a reasonably quick pace.
Yeah, Jennifer's deliberate too, but she's not slow. She makes up her mind and goes for it. And truly, with a 40-second shot clock, that shouldn't be a problem for anyone. The only time that really comes into effect is when they're considering pushing out. I've not seen any even close to violations of the shot clock here. It suggests that the shot clock should be a bit shorter.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I mean, if nobody ever even gets to the edge of violating it, yeah, I do.
I was thinking that it was just there to promote viewer satisfaction.
Might be true. Like you said, good break there. Cue ball kissed into the back of the rack. 2-ball drops in. So this is pretty much a golden start here.
Yeah, I think he made 2 balls on the break too, but he did let it get wild. He got out of hand a little bit and hit it a little too hard.
So Jennifer just needs to work the cue ball for an angle on the 4 from here.
And she kept the perfect angle to come over for the 4. She shoots the 3 down the corner. Cue ball will come straight across for the 4 ball. She has a very nice soft touch. I assume she's thinking about the 5 on the side after the 4. So she'll probably roll it and maybe come over and stop the cue ball by hitting the 9 or by hitting it softly. Perfect.
Yeah, nice shot. Yeah. Nice shot. Total control. Jennifer has a son, Max. I remember when she was pregnant with Max, and she was very pregnant, and she would play, and her belly would rest on the rail, and she would stretch for a shot. I was thinking, oh, man, I hope it doesn't hurt that kid.
Yeah. And she came out just about perfectly. So she'll be able to draw this ball with a little bit of right hand and come up dead center table maybe, or she could reach the 7 easily. And depending on which angle she exactly gets, she'll depend on how she plays the 9. Pretty straight, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. So that means that she could, but the side pocket's in there, so I don't know if she'll power up and try to stun back across or try to drag it. I don't know if she can pinch draw it.
They fooled me earlier by cheating the pocket a little and drawing it down and playing it in the other pocket, but it's hard to tell unless you're on the cue ball.
No, gorgeous.
Yeah, that's what they did before to me. They fooled me. I said the other pocket, and they cheated the pocket and drew it back just like that. Nicely done.
You prefer to use the rails rather than execute a stroke, but if you fall too straight, then this is the best option. And our score is 2-1.
She doesn't take a lot of warm-up strokes, I noticed. She just was holding it still, and then she just pulled it back and hit it. I've seen a lot of good players do that. What do you think of that style?
There's certainly great players that use it. I don't usually teach it just because you lose some of the value of the practice swings for gauging speed and grooving the path. But doesn't have to be my way. It doesn't have to be orthodox. Just has to be some way.
Well, I mentioned that because I know you're a mechanics kind of guy. You really, I mean, I read your book, and it was excellent.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm very proud of that achievement. Hardest thing I ever did.
Well, you worked a lot on, on the mechanics and on everything, I mean, which is, people need to do that. When they're playing pool, they need to start from the beginning. The basics, the stance and the bridges and the mechanics of the stroke and all that. And you do concentrate on that in your book and in living, too. I hear you talking to people about it.
She made the one on the side, and it's a compliant break. She needed that 6-ball across the line. Looks like she has a shot on the 2 here, Bill.
Oh, yeah. And the 3's in front of the pocket.
Possibility of a 5-9 if she gets in trouble later on. Probably the transfer from the 3 to the 4 is going to be the sticking point here. Going with draw.
This could be a problem right here. She could get the angle, go into the 8, and it could cause a lot of trouble. So she's got to try and get away from that angle. She did it pretty good. Not bad.
That was a real good ball strike.
I mean, I'm not sure if she can get to the 4 easily here, but she can get to it. You would stay under the 9 with the cue ball here after you shoot the 3?
It's dependent. She's queuing up as if she thinks she can stay under the 9. That would be better. But if you clatter into that 8-ball, it takes so much pace out of that cue ball. So trying to get out on top, it's a very narrow spot to get to. So if you can stay under, that's the better. Yeah, she did hit the 8. She didn't overhit it, but she got a little thinner on this 4-ball than she really had hoped.
The 4 can be cut in. It's a tough shot. And the 7 may get involved in the position. If you're coming across for the 5 in the same pocket, 7 could get involved in the position on the 5 somehow. So she plays it safe, which is probably the discretion is the better part of valor, in my opinion.
In 9-ball pool, unforced errors is what dictates the outcome of these matches. So forcing something that's not there and giving up a table. And now Joey Korsiak can definitely hit this 1 rail or 2, and maybe it turns out advantageous, but Jennifer is not giving him the luxury of just a wide open shot when he approaches the table. He's going to have to make something happen.
He's able to go right towards it, maybe even spin it into the corner. Maybe reel first and spin it in. Yeah, he did do it, and he made it. Look at this shot.
Shot.
My gosh, I think he got a bad roll. He almost went in his pocket.
Yeah, he's buried in there. Well, he's looking at the 5-9 as if he does have enough room to get to it.
If the point's not in the way, he has a chance of playing the 9. But rather than do that, I think I'd rather try to duck, come under the 8-ball, and bank the 5 up the middle.
There's a good look. You can see he's got to overcut the 5 here to make this. Watch his head, see how still he remains. Yeah, tough shot though.
Oh, it was really hard.
Yep.
I mean, really hard. He had no room to stroke the ball. He's on the point almost, coming over the leather of the pocket. I mean, he had to change the angle of his normal stroke. And he hit it. Pretty good stroke on the ball, really. He hit it nicely.
Yeah.
Now, if she makes this 5-ball, she's got to come all the way up the other end. Let's see what kind of nice, smooth stroke she hits this with. Because I know she has a nice, smooth stroke.
If we can, well, not yet.
She would have been perfect on the 6 if she had made the 5, but it didn't hurt her much because this 5 is just about not makeable here. It's another safety opportunity, I guess. You bank it up towards the 7 and hide under the 8 maybe, or would you thin it?
Boy, it's whatever you think. I mean, anything is okay. Just get that. Yeah, you see he went real soft speed. Tried to introduce the 9, did not succeed. So while he got through the inning, it wasn't all that productive of a save because the distribution of the balls now favors Jennifer Barretta.
And she has that chance of a nice save, leaving the cue ball long and the 5 under the 8 or 9 right here too.
Very good. She got distance. He will be able to hit it. But once again, not that easy to defend yourself from here. Amazingly, though, this is where the really great players extract themselves and get themselves back to the table one more time.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what people are reluctant to practice, but really should if you're going to play at this level, because this is how you're starting so many of your innings.
Cut it into the 8 thin, maybe? No, he's not trying that. He's trying to hit it soft.
Yeah, I think he sold out a shot here.
Yeah, he did for sure. And she could get position on the 6 with this.
So Jennifer Barretta's safety has worked.
Use like a right center ball here. She'll come up to the middle diamond on the long rail up near the 6. I mean, if I was doing it, that's what I would do. And she didn't put enough right on it, but she's got a shot. A little thinner than I think she really wanted to have to hit it.
Yeah, we always have an area that we should err in, and normally we want to preserve the angle that she has here. In this case, maybe she would have been better served to go ahead even if she got straight, because she could just roll ahead and play the 7 all the way down, just let the cue ball go forward. Now, if she falls on the outside angle, it's okay, but if she gets over next to the long rail, this 7 ball play is really challenging.
She's going to hit this real soft, watch. No, I'm wrong. Well, she hit it hard, and she missed the ball. Huh. I thought she was going to try and baby it, and she did the opposite.
Yeah, the angle where the cue ball's at now, this is what I was saying, really plays tough going from the 7 to the 8 had she made it. Or if you can get more in the middle, look at his speed's off dramatically.
That was horrible for him.
So he hit way heavy on the 6 ball. And now you could say, well, he has a bank. Yeah, he has a hard time transferring to the other end of the table. And this really complicates the bank, too, if he tries to get position.
If he makes this bank, he's going to stay there. He's not going to go for a cue ball traveling around.
I think he should opt for safety play right here, as opposed to try to force the issue.
And you're right. That's exactly what he did.
Oh, he almost snugged it up on the 8. I think she has a clear
this angle
path.
here, she may not be able to. By this angle, it's close. I don't know. She might have to spin it to hit it directly.
Well,
For sure, she can hit it from behind. She may be able to cut it in with left English.
that was not hideously bad. She got the cue ball clear down table, so it forces Joey Korsiak to make a good stroke here to power up and get the cue ball to be accurate enough to pocket the 7 and get the cue ball clear down table.
And she got a 4-2 with this hit on the 8. Slowed it down and got him almost right on the rail.
And so Jennifer Barretta has earned herself a couple good scoring opportunities from her safety play, even in this game.
Sure.
Now, I don't think she can cut that in,
What do
Bill.
you think about kicking between the 8 and 9?
I think the kick looks like it's a full go because you're not likely to get a better shot. This kick shot cross table, it looks like it clears the 9. She's not really looking at that, and it might not be. Maybe the 9's partly the problem. Even if she has to introduce a little bit of side spin, I think it's better than playing safe.
She could draw up to 7, drive it up the other end, and it's going to catch a piece of that point, so it may not go directly up. And maybe you could draw over under the 8 or into the 8 and behind the 9.
Have to hit it pretty heavy for under the 8, but
She's stretching so much, I don't know if she could get that kind of stroke on it.
she might just be trying to get to the other side of the 9 and just roll it where they have the 7 right where her cue ball's at now. No, she could cut it in. Okay, she had way more room than we thought. And she's going to have a thin cut, but she is going to have a shot.
She did really good there. I mean, I didn't know that she could make that ball.
Right.
She was stretching a lot, too. You know, made it really difficult. She has options here. She could play a bank and hide behind a 9, two-way shot.
She can also play a kick into the side and stick the cue ball there pretty easily, and she can cut this.
Sure.
All right, yeah. That's my least favorite of all the options, despite the fact that she did leave it tough. He's just getting too many times at the table here. And she could have played the stop and banked straight back, or she could have kicked it in the side, or she could have cut it in the corner. The cut was super tough. But now Joey has another open look at a tough shot here to win the game.
Even though the cue ball is going to come awful close to that side pocket, it's got to be distracting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he whacked that in there like a pro.
Yeah, he really hit that good, didn't he?
He did. I guess he is a pro. Uh-oh. Looky here. Interesting.
Well, I guess she'll get to the table again. She better make good use of this bank because I don't think she's going to get too many more opportunities this rack. And she could also play a safety here, but I don't think that's the thing to do.
No. You don't want to lose playing safe. Pretty good shot.
Well, she hit it almost in the hole. Really nice effort, but it didn't drop.
But that was, I don't object. I mean, going all out to try to win the game there rather than just fly at it. She made an accurate hit.
Absolutely,
Just a super tough shot.
And if you're going to have a 50-50 chance at winning and 50-50 chance at losing, I'd rather have the 50-50 chance at winning.
Mm-hmm. 3-1 now is our score. What's our TPAs looking like? Okay, the Q-Tech scores and statistics brought to you by Q-Tech. 591 right now, early going for Barretta. 733 Korsiak.
Yeah, they're having a little bit of a rough start.
This is a race to 9.
The better pros shoot at least like middle 8s, 850 or something like that, right?
That would be the definition of pro, but in the 10 ball, Mika Immonen shot 563. Just so you know. So this can humble you.
I watched, I think Corey did like right around 900 today, and he missed a 9 ball straight in. He would have been like 920.
Yeah. Corey played well. He did miss a straight in 9, but hard to fault him.
When they really get rolling, some of these pros will shoot 930, 40, 50. I've seen Jason Shaw get up to 970 already. I mean,
at the end of this tournament, there's going to be guys losing with 900.
Yeah.
That happens somewhat more routinely today than they ever did in the past.
Sure. Well, she can see the ball.
She's eyeing up the combination.
It's makeable. It's not a hanger by any means. That they're almost a foot apart or 10 inches apart. And not directly in line with the pocket. Good shot with position.
Really good shot.
The 4 and the 6 are going to be a little bit of an issue because she's going to have to play a billiard off the 4 to make the 6 and then get a shot on the 4.
Yeah, playing position on the secondary object ball, that's always the challenge. She knows she can make the 6, but then exactly how thick or thin you land on the 6 or the 4 to make the 6 dictates. Well, I don't know about that. That's not going to be that easy.
Yeah.
Oh, the 3 balls up table. I'm sorry. Looking at the.
Well,
You got me confused.
She may even, if she draws this back and has that funny angle, she may even get back to that same angle you don't like.
No, she needs
she's
to
got to go forwards, you know.
Right. Just go forward here. Not even risk anything like that.
Because if you have that funny angle under the 9,
Right.
you'd have to hit it too hard, and you don't know where all the balls are going.
Exactly. If you go up, well, she's coming backwards. She's queuing up low.
Yeah. So she did that, and now I want to see if she can predict where the 4 is going, because I don't know where it's going if you do this.
I think there's going to be a chance of a double kiss here. I think as she's pocketing it. Yeah.
Oh,
No, there was
exactly what you said.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly what you said. A double kiss, and now the ball didn't quite reach. Huh.
Got in there mighty deep. Look, you can see it's kind of half hanging over the edge of the pocket. That's good camera work.
Yeah.
I love our cameras. They're so clear and brilliant.
You're going to bank it.
That was accurate.
He shoots the 5 from long. If he leaves the 6 long, he's going to have a problem getting out of there, maybe, you know.
Definitely. These balls play so tough when they're deep in here like this. Our last match, it was Skylar Woodward made a shot on a ball deep like that. They had to transfer the cue ball to the other end of the table. It was the shot of the tournament. Seldom do you say a hanging ball ended up being the shot of the tournament, but that wasn't my line. That was Danny DiLiberto's. Yeah, great job there getting back.
Wow, that's a beautiful stroke on a long 5 ball. He come all the way back. That's a great stroke, and he got right where the angle you would love to have to get an angle on the 7.
Clearly, Korsiak is a very accomplished player.
Put an extra stroke on that ball, but it's not too horrible.
This is the angle that pros love to have as opposed to the other angle, even though it might cut the same, but this is so much more comfortable for them to play from up above. 4-1 is now our score. Korsiak in front.
His TPA is slightly climbing, heading towards that 800 mark.
Yeah, both of them will be well up from where they're at now as the match moves forward.
We're at the Diamond Cyclop Arena in Caesar's Casino.
Yeah, they call it Elizabeth, Indiana, or New Albany is a few miles down the road. Sometimes we just refer to it generically as Louisville. But
And Diamond tables, Cyclop balls, and Simonis cloth are major sponsors.
And of course, yeah, going from the center, we do not see this at all in the 9-ball tournament thus far. That's interesting. Powerful break, missed the head ball a little bit. Cue ball almost shot into the side. It's a 3-6. It's a compliant break, but not a productive one.
I mean, if that wasn't compliant, can you imagine all the balls are up this end, and if it wasn't compliant, what is the purpose of compliancy here?
Yes.
Do you know what the purpose is of
Oh, they don't want
compliancy?
soft breaks.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but I completely rather see it the other way.
Nicely done. Safety.
Yep.
The reason they don't want a soft break is for the viewers, for...
To me, it's a shot. I don't know. I think they should just play simple, what everybody plays, and then everybody identifies, because nobody plays with a break box and rack the 9 on the spot, then a compliant rule. But nevertheless, that's what we're doing. What happened there? He made it in the side. I couldn't see.
Yeah, he kicked it in,
Okay.
and I think he kicked himself safe, though.
Well, his body language suggests he can at least hit a piece of the 2. I don't think he can hit the entire 2. Oh, no. Is he massing? Yeah, he's massing. I don't think he's jumping. That precludes him from having enough control. I think he thinks he can soft spin this. No, he's kicking. Okay. He'd like the cue ball to fall over there by the 5 and 7. So that means he's going to hit the lower hemisphere of the 2, which he did. Scored it.
That's a nice kick. He kicked it right in.
And great speed, too. If he lands slightly heavier on that 2 ball, then the cue ball filters right in there behind the 7 for a safety. This will be a little test of his shot-making ability.
Yeah, he might draw off this long rail back to the center almost. Well, he missed the ball, but that's what he tried to do. Could get lucky roll here, and I think he did, up behind the 4.
Boy, this does not offer much cover for Jennifer either way she kicks. There's just not much. I think the end rail maybe works out better for her. That's a pretty good play. If she can use the 4 to block him, looks like she did.
I think that was a really good kick.
Yeah.
I think she tried to do that, and I think she did it exactly the way she tried, and it came out wonderful. That showed me something there about her. She has a little kicking ability. Unless I'm wrong.
Well, clearly. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. She did it great. Korsiak kicking to make the 3 here. Yeah, you way rather miss it long than short.
But that was...
But maybe he couldn't get there. But then if that's the case, if he was having trouble expanding it, then he went with too much power.
That's what he did.
Okay.
I would have looked to hit softer and hit the short rail before the ball.
Of course.
And this way I'm coming up towards, if I make it, I'm coming up towards the 4. I don't want to hit the ball and then be stuck down there.
Missing it on the short side the way he did is just like leaving a putt short. It might have been on line, but we don't even know if he didn't get to the cup, so we don't know if it would have made it or not.
Sure.
If you just hit that, still almost 20% of the time you leave your opponent tough, even though it's random. It's called a backdoor safety, just hitting the ball any kind of way and not scratching.
Stay under the 6 on this shot? I think I would. She's liable to try to come draw all the way back and get behind the 6. Oh, she had a little angle. That was good. She wants to stay away from this 7 ball if she can draw and kick it out of the way, or otherwise don't touch the 7 at all and come clean and shoot the 6 down the corner. Oh, she did well there. Wow. I thought she couldn't do that. I thought if she tried to do that, she'd graze the 7, Delicate shot here.
See there how far her tip is from the cue ball. And when you go soft speed, you can kind of get away with it. It's probably this far, probably I'd say 3 inches anyway, especially when you grab the overhead. But see how the tip never gets close to the cue ball?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't see that with top pros because of their timing. Now, Bustamani's that way. He's one of the exceptions. But most players, they're up there almost touching it because that's the bottom of their swing and they want to feel that shot. And it really, that timing part of it really contributes to accuracy on long shots.
She should shoot the 8 and the 9 in the same pocket here, follow, or just bounce off the rail, I think. Nicely done.
Yeah, this is good. Get a few balls, get a little momentum going. Let's see the 9 millimeters good game. 4-2 is our score.
Yeah, I think she's been a little tight. Maybe she needs to pocket a few more balls and get a little looser, yeah, you know.
Well, how would you not be? You never played an open event. You're in the top fourth of the field. You want to make a good accounting for yourself.
And she got the cameras to boot.
She's somewhat used to it, though. She spent her life in the limelight, I would say, for the most part.
Well, you know, you could spend your life in the limelight and maybe you were tight the whole time you were in the limelight.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's right. And then, pressure is inherent. Part of it is the pressure comes from you care, so naturally you're nervous, and there's mystery. You don't know the outcome. You just know you're going to put on the best effort that you can. So,
In my experience, that when you get tight or when you dog it, I call it dogging it, getting tight or whatever, overly tight and not performing well, usually the first thing that goes is your speed control, at least for me. I always seem to hit the ball accurately, but the speed might be a little on or off, you know.
is this going to be compliant? That she needs to. I don't think so.
It's a non-compliant break, Joey. It's your choice, shoot or pass.
Okay.
No push out.
One
she
in.
made the one.
Pass it back. She can't push either.
Six is behind the line and one ball went in, but it didn't get the job done. He's nice on the 3. And 4 is right near it. He could probably just stop or draw or play the 4 in the same pocket as the 3. I can't tell.
Wrong angle here, Bill.
Yeah. Didn't get up high enough. He had to need a little more stroke there.
Well, let me just look from down here. Yeah, this is right in that nether region. I don't know if you can try to clip. You might be able to get to the side cushion with tons of spin. Yeah. Okay. Oh, great recovery shot. I was afraid he had a little more angle than that wouldn't allow it, but
I didn't think he could get there. I thought that was it. I thought he was coming over here, but he got back as well as he could hope for. Hit this as soft as he can, I'm sure. Yeah, he did. You want to keep that angle to come around. Once it followed around 2 or 3 rails.
that's a nice shot.
Something happened with his cue ball there. Did you notice that? Like when he hit it, as hard as he hit it, it died over here. I thought it was going to keep going more, you know?
He had to force that. It was pretty flat, so he had to force it, and that's what he did. Right before it got to the first rail, it looked like it just lost some of its energy. There was not the mass momentum because he distorted the direction of it going in there. So You had to power up pretty good just to even get that much out of it, because you could even hear the pocket thump from where we're at, which is 30 feet away from the table. Great angle here. This is just ball pocketing.
Pretty good shot. I'd like to have the stack there for a break shot and straight pull, maybe.
Korsiak captures game number 5 now. 5-2 is the score.
The stands are starting to fill up now. I guess it's getting around that time where people are out of work and are.
Right, Friday night. Second to the last day of the 22nd Derby City Classic. We got a lot of 9-ball coming to you tonight and tomorrow. Well, actually, tonight we have Bank Pool, don't we? Bank Pool ring game coming up.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing to watch, isn't it?
Exciting.
Anybody who's watching now, do not miss the ring game. Do not miss it, because it's really good. It's exciting, and it's interesting, and it's fun.
Korsiak shifted to the edge of the break box. So the 8-ball's the wing ball, trying to play the 1 on the side. Brooklyn'd it. It's a compliant break, but a dry break.
I noticed he holds a cue all the way in the back, as far back almost as he can.
Well,
On the break.
he's a tall guy that might be having a 58-inch cue too, rather than custom fitting. So, but certainly with a long bridge, as the bridge shifts backward, so does your grip hand. He has no shortage of power, just like you mentioned, Bill. He has a powerful break.
Yeah.
Good shot there,
Yeah, that's
Jennifer.
for sure. I play with a 58-inch cue, but I have an extension for about 6 inches on the back of it, and I break with it. I don't break with a break cue, and I don't hold it all the way back. I hold it close to the beginning of the extension. Seems to work for me, but
Good shot there, Jennifer. She's got herself in the line here with 2 good opening shots to this rack. One of the things about Jennifer's game I've always admired is her work ethic. And she's a very disciplined person to begin with, and she brings that to pool, and that really helps, because no matter how good your natural ability is, you're still going to have to work hard.
I like the way she did that. I was afraid she was going to be snookered by the 6 if she did that, but she got away with it nicely, and she's going to be able to follow us up near the side for the 5-ball. She got a little funny. When I followed that ball, I would have put a touch of left on it, maybe made sure the cue ball got more near the side and gave her a little more, a little straighter shot than she's got. I don't like where she got here.
Well, she's going to cut it to her left as she faces the table, so she can just use topspin and come around. 2 cushions for the 6.
Hope she don't touch the 8. Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
Pretty good challenge here, because to use velocity on a full hit like this with this cut, that pocket plays small, so you really have to hit the pocket pure. It's going to be slightly over the 8, or at least it'll make the bridge a little bit awkward.
Yeah, and then the 8 is blocking that pocket, so she can't come to the center of the table. She needs to come above it. which is a stronger stroke.
Yeah, she's going to have to pop this one pretty good. Good shot, but still not enough power. The good thing is she did not force the issue and miss the ball trying to get there, so she can still have a chance to defend herself from here.
No chance to cut this in the side, huh?
It looks bad.
Yeah. How about a bank? A little too wild.
Certainly not to the side. That would be because you'd have to run the cue ball into the 8, and then now you're just throwing it up in the air.
So safety is all you can think of here. Then
Pretty tough. And
try to get it on the short rail behind the 8, maybe.
Yeah, for sure get to the short rail with the 7. I don't think she's doing that, so this will be interesting to see. Oh, great shot. Much better. Much more productive.
That was over my head.
Fantastic
I never
shot.
saw that one before. I like it.
And it's very difficult for Joey to defend himself from here. It's just going to be kick with speed and try to use a speed that maybe settles the 7 ball into the rail or behind the 9.
I like that safety a lot.
Oh, the most productive safety that she could have played from where she was at, and like you said, over our head. Gonna try to hit a second cushion here as opposed to 1. He wants to get just past the side pocket.
Oh, we got a little...
Oh no!
He almost got lucky, right?
So
If it didn't
yes.
scratch, it would have been hidden behind the 8.
So Barretta has earned another great scoring opportunity through some really stellar safety play here. Very heady play so far. Looking on is Stu Matana, right here in the middle of our arena, and Jennifer Barretta is one of his prized pupils.
Well, that's in a really nice position shot. I like that a lot. If I faulted, it's for 1 more inch off the rail. But it's fine by me. I like this shot. She really got nice on that 9.
And 5-3 is our score now with a really good defensive play and follow-up run out by Barretta.
And her TPA is climbing now.
There's a look at our Q-Tech scoreboard.
Joey's heading, he's got a 787. He's heading for 800. He's at least an 800 shooter, I know.
Oh, he's better than that. He's a good player.
He doesn't get a lot of opportunity to be in the limelight like this.
No.
And he's probably a little bit tight still.
Well, you're running fast company around New York, but he's also an accomplished enough player that I see his name too often for him to not be a 850 plus player.
For sure.
2 ball on the wing. Open bridge.
2 went right in off the wing, 3 in the side.
Okay, so it's
1
a
on the side.
compliant break, but the problem is she does not have a very good shot at the 4, I don't think.
3 balls on a break is pretty sporty.
Oh, no, it looks like maybe she does have access to the 4 ball. She's down on 1 knee, examining.
She just has to be able to see the edge of it, and she could cut it right in, if she could. And the cue ball will hit up either into the 5 or, if she doesn't hit it too hard, for the 5 in the same pocket. We'll see what happens.
We can grab the overhead here real quick. See how far her tip is from the cue ball, though?
Sure.
That's the part I'm talking about that distorts timing. Now, with great practice, you can overcome it. But you don't see that often with top players. Good shot there. And if she can cut that into the side, maybe she can. Yeah, it's rough. I think she can play it in the side, though. It's not an easy shot at all. But plays soft. You know, I mean, she can just use her soft stroke, so that gives her a little extra accuracy.
That's the way I wanted to play it, but not because she got lucky with the safe here, because I just thought I would get right there, you know?
I don't even think, I mean, she might have played that.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
safety, you think?
Yeah, she might have, because look at the speed.
Well, it's two-way, yeah. It's two-way.
She's kind of kept Joey Korsiak in handcuffs quite a few of these games here, where he's just kicking for his life, and that's what he's facing yet once again. Whenever you leave a ball out in the middle.
I know they have one-pocket leagues. They used to anyway in New York City. And I'm not certain that she plays in them, but I have a feeling watching her play that she's been playing in a one-pocket league, or at least playing one pocket with somebody that's skilled.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things she does is indicative of a one-pocket player.
Over the years, we've had quite a few women pros play in this event. I know Karen Kors played in it. Jeanette Lee's played in it for sure. I remember, let's see, I think Nicole Keeney played in it. It's always great. It's good for the media, good for the fans. Jennifer just beat hardened veteran pro Tony Shohan the round before this. I mean, you got to beat some. Oh yeah, there's
Tony
talent.
Shohan is a great player.
Fantastic player.
If she beat him, she did something special. Well, she's got a shot. I don't think she tried to get there exactly. I thought she was trying to get on the other side of the 8, but maybe she overcut the ball a touch. Got a few things going against her here over the 9 ball, and six is like a crack off the rail. Pretty sharp angle.
Yeah, that's a 7 ball. I'm not saying it to correct you. I just want
understand.
people to understand that.
The 6 and the 7, the color are confusing it to everybody, not just me.
No, me too. Overcut that ball a little bit.
I think she got lucky.
Hard to tell from here. That's the case.
Meaning, I think maybe the cue ball is and the 7 are separated by the 8. Yeah, he didn't get down right away, so I'm sure he's not in love with the shot, you know. Would you go on a short reel slow and try to bounce it up by the 8, or maybe even make it?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you go to the short reel and then hit it full and draw the cue ball and send it the other end for separation?
He's going to try to score this ball. Now, if he's using low, there's a chance to scratch across table, depending upon how thick or thin he lands on the 7. So soft, good. Yeah, very good shot.
Oh,
Very good shot.
beautiful. Beautiful. Could have been done the other way, too, I think. Both ways were good. But that's, like you said, 50-50. Let's go with scoring it rather than safing it.
Very good kick shot by Joey Korsiak, and that puts his lead at 3 games. He's 6-3 in front, and he's requesting a short break.
Oh, the
That's random.
Everybody, we're back. You're looking on with Joey Korsiak. Rocks the balls here for game number 10. He's leading 6 games to 3. Here's our Q-Tech kick stats. That's hard to say. Q-Tech kick stats. Have to practice that. Anyway, he's had 8 kicks attempted, 1 error.
All right, thanks, everybody. We're back
Kicked in 4 balls.
6-3, Joey breaks.
Now he's breaking just to the right of center.
I move the 9 ball a lot when I break from there. I don't know if it's lucky or what, but it seems to move a lot for me. Didn't move at all for him.
Dunked it in the side. Jennifer's going to come to the table with a couple balls missing, ball in hand. Pretty much an optimum start to this rack.
So that lead that she's got here, that contributes towards her TPA being a little stronger because she's going to get a few balls here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a decent start.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. Versus when he plays a safe or
Right.
a tough miss, you know, leaves it hard.
Well, I mean, just because he plays the safe doesn't contribute to negative or positive stats, but to get positive stats, you need the pocket balls.
Sure. Let's pull it back a couple inches, almost straight on the 5 would be nice. Nicely done. I don't want to be dead. She's looking at get dead straight on the 6. I wouldn't want to be dead straight on the 6, even though the 7's there. I want to be where I can get off the rail, you know.
Yeah.
'Cause the 8 is on the other side of the table.
Well, she fell exactly straight, but I think she can still keep it a couple inches off the rail, but she's not going to be able to move it much off the rail. She's just now looking. Given where the cue ball's at now, she should play the 8 in the far corner pocket as opposed to try to get up on top of it and play it in the nearer corner pocket.
Yeah, I would pull the cue ball back a little bit here. I don't want to go into the 9.
No, right.
Yeah, what she did is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, now she's going to be able to get on top of the 8, so that was good work there.
She can bounce to the short rail and come and shoot the 8 up the other
That's
end.
what I'm saying,
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. She makes this 8 up the corner and stops the cue ball. She'll be perfectly in alignment with the 9 for the corner. And off the rail.
Work the cue ball a little bit further from the rail. That makes the 9 ball play quite a bit easier.
I have a bad habit on that 8 ball that she just shot. Sometimes I hit it center ball with a little left spin and I turn the 8 in rather than cut it in. You can be done either way, but I think the spin is less consistent.
Game number 10 goes to Jennifer Barretta. She'll be breaking, trailing 4-6.
Yeah, and she got out off that break scratch, so you don't want to scratch too many times with her.
No. Now, one thing, she needs to get productive off the break here in the latter half of the match. She's had a non-compliant break, and then she had, let's see, she broke and made 3 balls and made a long, tough 4 ball. Okay. Gonna get her Q-Tech break stats right here. So she's had 3 total breaks, 2 successful. So that's pretty good. Okay. She has not scratched on the break. That was really good. Korsiak just scratched on the break, and that translated to a so Korsiak has only had one successful break out of 7.
I thought I recalled better than that. Man, I guess I'm not.
2 balls on the wing. Open bridge break. One ball drop, but non-compliant unless 2 balls go in.
2 balls dropped.
Okay, but still non-compliant is the.
Really? 2 balls go in and it's not compliant?
I know.
Okay.
I know. We don't have to like it. That's the rules. But anyway. And the worst part of it is the fans don't identify. She made 2 balls. What more did you want? But anyway, this is what it is. And Korsiak's got a decent shot to start this inning. Scored it. Nice hit. Got the cue ball off the rail. Now, if he can pocket the 4 and somehow get the cue ball on the 5 here, the rest of the rack plays pretty routinely.
If he draws slowly, I think he can get the 5 in the side, but if he hits too hard, he's going to get up near the side pocket.
So he's just going to stun it across. That probably played easier.
Sure.
Now he's sitting golden. He's made 2 good opening shots here. Plays with a very confident pace.
He's got the perfect angle on the 6.
He did a good job there. He preserved an ideal angle.
I don't want to get too straight on the 7 because the 9 might come into play. He put plenty of stroke on that ball, but I think it's still doable. I saw Corey do this exact shot today.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly
He
right.
went 1, 2, I think, into the 3rd rail to get the 8 in the other corner. In this case, he may hit the 2nd rail and then come out and hit the 9. I don't know.
Pretty thin, so he's going to introduce a lot of squirt. Or else he's not even going down table. He's going to cut it in from the middle of the table. He's going for middle of the table position. Missed the ball. No, he's pointing down like he was. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, it was a missed shot.
I don't know how he got so high up on that shot there. He got really up. He had a better opportunity than he executed.
I'll tell you, he really dug into the cue ball, and it really took off way more than he thought. He was working the cue ball a little closer, and he overran the mark.
I mean, I love Simona's cloth, but it is quick.
Good shot.
Look out 9.
Yeah, did she hold it good enough? I think so. By being long, I think she can still make this.
Just.
And that was the beauty of her decision to not try to work the cue ball, but cinch the ball. Now she's got the optimum angle just from a slightly longer range, and that's what good players, they prefer to be on angle than close. Good look here at her elbow in the back. That contributes to accuracy here. Minimal travel with the arm. Beautiful. Perfect speed.
I'll say. That is perfect speed.
Our crowd, recognizes that. That was good stuff. 6-5 is our score.
He's putting the squeeze on Joey Korsiak. Coming back. Well, to be fair, he did some of it to himself.
But I mean, Jennifer's had some opportunities too, so it's a toss-up.
Sure. The opportunities that she's had in the last couple of racks, she took full advantage of.
Yeah, I thought she would play really well the second half.
Let's see if she could get a good break off. I'm convinced that part of being a good breaker is being a good racker. I mean, if you rack the balls really, if you don't pay enough attention, some of these people don't pay enough attention. You just got to do it the right way, and they'll rack up tight.
See, right there's a good shot. Look at her eyes when she's lining up the break. She wants to be super accurate.
Open hand bridge.
Yeah. 3 balls a wing ball. 1 ball on the side. Got that.
1, 2. She's compliant.
Okay.
And she made a ball.
And she has a shot. Look at that. That's huge.
Now, this is huge because it's 6-5. If she can get out here, she ties it up 6-6.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Well, I'll be enjoying this if she ties it up.
Well, I'm enjoying it anyway. She has a
I
real
am enjoying
chance.
it, but I'll be enjoying it more if she ties it up.
That's right. I think everybody will.
I always root for the underdog. I like Joey's a friend of mine.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really feeling like she's the underdog.
Underdog as far as the score,
Oh, yeah.
Temporarily, she's the underdog. She may become the favorite in another minute or two. They're 1 point apart on the TPA. And that'll change after the next shot,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's ahead.
She's
She's
going
ahead. Well, she's 1 point ahead.
big draw or stop? Really paused, slow back, and really good stuff. Yeah, she does so many things here really well. Her consistency, really good. Okay, so this could be a little low left English, looks like, the way she stood looking at the 6 ball. How she wants to approach it. So that'll be a 2 cushion position.
Yeah, she could either go there and back and there again, or she could draw it back and go under the 9. And the 6 is so close to the pocket that you could stay above the 7 and 9 if you get back to where the 5 is. I think she's going to try to go under the 9. Boy, and she just got there, too. Just got there. I think she's good.
Well, she can see the 6. I don't know that she can have an easy access to get on top of the 7, so she ought to play the 7 down table. Or maybe she can just super slow roll it and put, I don't think she wants to play it in the side. So it's just a matter of which corner pocket she gets on here. Furthest, the 2 corner pockets furthest away from the 7.
If I was shooting, I think I would try to jack up on this shot. She's about an inch off the rail. I might could draw, jack up and play the 7 for the side. She's not doing that. She's doing what you said. Different people. And she has a nice shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is how Corey's been playing. Just smooth and economy of travel. Make the most of your talent as far as shot making goes.
Sweet. Not
Yeah,
bad.
with the shorter swing, your accuracy skyrockets, and the forgiveness of the pocket, if you do slightly mishit it, widens the pocket, so the margin of error.
That's very true. I've been actually working on my own game that way. I've been trying to shorten my stroke up. It's a little too long. Very nice touch.
Good work there. Nice time for a break and run out. We're tied at 6.
So I have a new respect for her game because I've seen her play at Turning Stone before, but I never really gave her serious credence. I mean, I never sat there long enough because I didn't think she played well. I don't know why I didn't think that. I had no reason to. I never watched her play. I just maybe have women in that category in general, but watching her play, she's shooting almost 800 here.
Oh, yeah. No,
She just ran out 2 racks in a row on his mistakes, and now she broke and ran out on her own. She's a good player.
Oh, yeah. Played some really good safeties in this that would have hemmed up anybody. And good decisions, you know.
I mean, she's a good player. I didn't realize she's a good player.
We don't put people on the TV table that aren't good players.
Well, I just have her underrated. Well, you're right. I mean, you're
Yeah,
right. I mean,
it's always going to be a good match on the Accu-Stat table.
Sure. But I'm really surprised. I'm glad I'm watching this. You give me a new outlook on women in general.
Uh-oh, cue ball got hot, hit the point. Needed the 5 ball to cross. It did, so it's a compliant break.
Made 2 balls on a break.
The 1 and the 2
The
are
1 and
gone.
the 2, unfortunately, and the 3 went to the short rail, so she's going to be looking probably at a defensive shot here.
It's still an advantage to have first crack at safe, though. That's
Absolutely.
a big deal.
Absolutely. Now, she can hit the 3 several ways. She could try to get behind the 6 ball or the 5 ball. Or she could thin the ball and try to get down behind a bunch of balls.
I don't have the answer here, so.
Well, I think she's going to look, the way I'm thinking she's going to try to get behind the 5 ball because that's her style, hitting it softly.
You were so right. Man,
She likes
great
it.
shot. Great shot.
She likes to hit him soft, so I figured that.
Good control. And now Korsiak's, kicking.
He almost needs English here. I mean, the 6 is almost in the way of the kick. And if he uses the English and catches the 3-2 full, there's a shot at a scratch up near where he's standing. I mean, you got the 5, might help it in and the natural angle. Hit it dead solid, so he almost made it. Jeez.
Once again, Jennifer has earned an opportunity at the table based off of good safety play. Safeties are not to win. Safeties are to buy you another turn. And she's definitely bought herself a number of extra turns here by really good safeties.
I'm going to make a prediction. She gets out this rack, she wins the set. He'll be feeling a lot of pressure if that happens, if she gets out this rack. Remember, that's 4 racks in a row she won. She has just a nice angle to come out for the 6. The 7 is a little trouble with the 8, I think.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's by or not.
This has been my experience. There's a little more room than we can see from here. So if she can get to the middle of the table, I think she's going to be able to handle this. Yeah, that took a little of the pace out of the cue ball, but I think she's okay. It's makeable.
So if she goes there and back and there and here again, like straight across,
She could.
and
Or
the 7 fits by the 8, she's going to get out.
she can also dig down a little bit if she feels more comfortable playing that way and come across, play the 7 in the corner pocket away from the 8. Looks like she's doing what you said, just 2 rails across because she feels like that pocket's unobstructed.
Also, I think what you said about Corey, she's using economy of travel here.
Good shot.
Nicely
Good
done.
shot. Yeah, kept the cue ball off the rail. Good job.
She doesn't have a full pocket. I saw her eyes. She's getting down, looking at it like it's close. Yeah, she's trying to use the whole pocket. And what do you think, this banks?
No, I don't. Well, maybe. I mean,
He can turn the bank and pinch
Oh,
it. I know it's
think you're
possible,
right.
but I don't know if he's going to shoot it.
I think you're right. I think it banks easier than I thought it did originally, so I think he's playing offense. Yeah, drilled it in the middle.
Yeah.
Korsiak regains the lead, 7-6. Late stages of the match, we're going to 9.
Jennifer is shooting a 790. If she would have made that last 2 balls, she was an 800 shooter.
Well, she was at 803 before she missed that 7 ball.
Yeah.
And back to dead center here. No, he shifted to the right side of the box. No, rearrange it. We'll go to the left. Try this one. He's kind of Brooklyned it a couple times where the cue ball went to his right. Wing ball did not come close. The 1 ball didn't come close. Something dropped though, right? I thought I heard it.
He took a lot of weight, power off that break there. Did you notice?
Yeah. Well, he had a little draw in there too, so that takes away. Good pocket of ball, and looks like he has a shot on the 1. 3 balls, no bargain. Have to deal with. The worst place on the table to play position for is a ball on the rail near the side pocket.
He might shoot this with right English. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, you don't want to run it over there in the clutter. Oh, righting. I'm sorry. I was thinking left. My bad. Yeah, I thought. Oh, you were right.
He caught a little fuller than he wanted. I think a little thinner would have been better yet.
Yeah, it was a good call. I thought he would come around, but now I see.
Again, what you said, though, is applied because you didn't want to go near the clutter. I mean,
Right.
if he cut it in flat, he would have been over there somewhere near the clutter.
And he can protect himself from here. Just if he gets buried, then he can be in real trouble. Tough shot. Nice hit, but I don't think he's.
5.
Yeah. His speed was okay. I don't think offense is a great deal here. I think the defense is what's coming next.
Absolutely. And guess what? It's a nice spot to shoot a defensive shot in. You could get under that 6 easy. You could even bank the board like 2 rails up to the top rail and get under the 6.
Yeah. Just not to correct you, but Bill means the 7.
Oh, I keep saying that. I must have said it about 8 times.
How'd he
I
do?
keep calling him. He did poorly.
Yeah. No, That's one of those shots where you really need to emphasize your one part of it or the other. You can't shoot split-minded and just try to control both. You got to be committed to one aspect.
I got to say I'm guilty for that bad shot he just took because he heard me. He thought, I said 6, and he went for the 6, not the 7.
All right. Bill Hendrixson now shooting 500 in this match.
Oh, boy. I keep saying 7. 6, I mean.
I saw Jennifer's husband here, and I believe his name is Greg.
I spoke to him before the match.
Yeah, do you know Greg?
To see him,
I
I'm not friendly with him. He's a nice guy and everything, I'm sure.
He used to play in some tournaments around, when I would travel and play. I used to see him periodically.
Nice guy. I asked him a couple of questions about her, and he quickly gave me an interesting answer, but... Oh, just got it. Phew. She used the whole pocket on that one. And then some. Very focused, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just her lifestyle, too. I think she's always had a lifestyle of discipline and focus. Good shot there.
Well, she got to do to miss the 9 here, and she's got no problem. Right? Drew around the 9 2 rails. Can she reach it?
She went and got her extension, so I think it's just a little bit long for her, but I think she can get it.
She wants to miss the 9 ball, and she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Get it. She don't want the wrong angle on the 8, but almost anywhere you go, you could get to the 9 here.
Oh, she was able to really get a lot out of that, more than I thought. I thought she was going to have to force it to the corner a little more. She's picked up.
Just enough. She could cheat it a little bit and get over there.
She's definitely going to have to cheat it a little bit, but it looks like there's ample pocket to cheat it with.
I would tend to go backwards on this shot. I would draw this rather than go forwards. I think by drawing it, I could get to the middle diamond here and be happy with it.
Yeah. Okay. She looks like she's cueing low.
Yeah, that's exactly the way I wanted to play it.
All right. Bill Hendrickson's TPA just went up to 800. I'll give you 800 now. You dogged it earlier, but you are playing a little better here.
Well, I was nervous.
This 9 ball to tie the match at 7. All right. Hey, we're getting our money's worth here. 7-7.
Wow. 7-7, and she's shooting 805. So, believe me, she's a force to be reckoned with, kids.
Well, Tony Shohan is limping out of here to testify to what you just said. Not too many guys want to latch on to Tony Shohan with a little 9-ball action. And if you do, he is available.
And he's not afraid to bet.
No.
He'll play at $20,000 sets. And any of you guys haven't watched him, he plays these matches, has played these matches with Dennis Arculo for a lot of money. I think 40, 50,000.
Yeah.
One
big,
pocket.
Powerful, fluid stroke.
Great player.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, here we go. Rack 15 about to get underway. Jennifer Barretta, open-handed, extreme left side of the break box. 3 balls, your wing ball.
Around 6 matches are drawn and scrolling if you have a TBD.
1 ball found the side. She needs another ball across.
Stay nearby.
Non-compliant break. Ugly.
And she hit him good, too. I watched. By the way, she might have had her elbow up there, but she did stand up on the break, which is good. I'm not saying she shouldn't do it. making a comment about it.
Yeah, she might try to get a little body motion in there. I was watching the balls, and I didn't really watch her technique exactly.
Table 8, Nicholas Hickerson. Table 8, you're on the clock.
Good shot there by Korsiak.
Do you know how in golf people are supposed to use their long muscles rather than their...
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't know about it?
I'm kind of guilty of not knowing them very much.
Well, that's the thing. The golf instructors teach them to use the long muscles like the lats and the thighs rather than their hands and their wrists to get more distance. And you need to do that or you'll never be a 300-yard hitter, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'll
if you're
testify to
capable,
that.
if you're capable, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it hung up. He just, I don't know if he tried to cheat the pocket a little bit or what.
I'm not sure. It almost looked like the cue decelerated a little bit on there, like he was trying to hold it, and that will definitely hamper accuracy.
Wow.
Now, this is that shot that's deep in the pocket. It's hard to play position from, and Jennifer's going to have to do it with the bridge all the while.
Luckily, the 4 isn't too far away.
Correct.
So you can even just draw this back a foot and have a shot in the side. And she drew it back about 3 or 4 feet, and he has a shot, but it's a little bit tough. And a little bit tough to get on the 5, too. Anyway, I was telling you about the long muscles that you use. On the break, I think you're supposed to get into a bowling stance. You know how you throw a bowling ball like that? I think that's the way you want to end up slinging the cue, to use the muscles that make the ball go the hardest or the fastest. And so when you get down with your elbow up, I think you have to switch in the middle of it to the bowling stance, and that's what they all do when they're leaping up in the air, you know? You ever see these little people leap in the air to get power? I think they're trying to switch to that bowling stance without realizing it.
Oh, smoothly struck. Very good.
She plays really nice shots with reverse English, and
Yeah. Now she's back in line enough that the cue ball naturally tracks towards the 6 ball.
sure. Could have gone up a little more, but that's good. Would have liked to gone up a little more so that it wouldn't be an effort to draw back. And I want to get a little closer to the 7 because I want to play the, make sure I get up for the 8. You can play the 8 in the corner. It's just as good as the side on that shot off the 7 because of where the 9 is. So if you ever get a chance when you're by a table by yourself, think about what I just said to you about the bowling stance and about breaking the balls. I think that's what you want to get into.
All right. Yep, Barretta, I was watching, really still with her head, really strong with her stance here. You don't see any extra inadvertent motion here.
Not too bad. Come across and play the 9 and the...
I think she's going to go
where
one
she's
rail.
standing, yeah.
No, I think she's going to come all the way across and back across there.
Oh, really?
I might be wrong. Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe she's
Only
full
because
enough.
she hits him soft.
Yeah, no. And now that I look at this angle from this, from our camera monitor, yeah, just one rail, just play it on the same corner pocket she's standing at right now. Oh my, what happened? Miscued. Yeah. Oh boy, what an inopportune miscue. I don't know if we could get another look at that, but that would be great if we could. Well, Korsiak is now gifted this game. 8-7 is our score.
Wow. That was an untimely
Yeah.
miscue. 7-7. 2-game swing instead of 8-7 her. It's 8-7 him.
Right. If we could get another look, it almost looked like she flinched her upper body just a little bit as she delivered the cue that time, as opposed to how she'd been staying so still throughout the most of them. Here it is. This is the overhead. I wasn't able to tell, but she might have been going with a little bit of right-hand English, which would have squirted the cue ball back in heavy because she didn't aim it that poorly.
Exactly.
You know, there's no way she missed it because she aimed it 6 inches right. So she must have been using right English and just miscued whether she moved her body or not. And sometimes it's not, the damage is done before you can visually witness it. You know, it doesn't have to be, it only has to miss a microdot when you're down low and to the side. So nevertheless, Korsiak on the hill. He'll be breaking for the match. This will be his final break of the set. Yeah, he's debating on where to go. A little bit to the left side.
Let's see if the 9 moves here. Nope. Oh, there
Yes,
it goes.
it did. Well, it's a compliant break. I didn't see if it was a dry. Yeah, I think it's a dry break, isn't it? 3-6-9. Yep.
Dry break, and you can't hit the 1 either. There'll be a push out here almost for sure.
The 2 does not seem to have a pocket, so I would not move that on this push out, that's for sure.
The 2 is welded to the 4, and it's taking away most of the pockets unless the 4 is dead.
Yeah, right.
So Joey can either shoot this or give it back to her. I think he's going to bank it safe down past the 9. Don't know if he can. She doesn't know either if she can hit the 1 directly. Looking at a possibility of kicking the 9 in after she hits the 1, I think.
Looks like the 9 could possibly go in the corner off the 5 if you hit high velocity, but she doesn't usually hit high velocity. There was high velocity. So now Joey Korsiak has earned a good starting shot here through his safety.
I don't think there's any pocket. I don't think there's a pocket on a deuce. You might have to play a defensive shot after the 1.
Yeah, the famous Pat Fleming pre-planned safety.
Unless that 4 throws into the pocket. He's looking at it now, see him? And shook his head no. That's about the best spot you could get to for a
Yeah.
safety. I mean, he could stick to the 4 after he shoots the 2. If the 2 doesn't go in the corner, it might go in past the 6. I can't tell. But if it doesn't, he could just freeze right to that 4 and get her in trouble. Beautiful snooker right here. Well, I'm not sure I would have elected to do that, but it seems like he got away with it.
It's hard to tell here on the overhead, but it looks like she can get just to a piece of the 2 ball past the 5. Not enough to shoot it in the corner, I don't think, but
How about enough to draw off it into the 9?
I don't think there's even enough for that. I think she can only get just a small sliver. Yet another good safety. He's not obstructed, but he's got a long ways to travel if he wants to get position on the 3 ball.
Yeah, this is not offense. It's not an offensive shot because I don't think you can get back for the 3 reasonably.
The beauty of distance. Distance is your friend when you play safety, so much so that it's a priority, number 1, in playing safe.
I think he's going to try and... Oh, he tried to come around. Look at this. He did try to make the ball and come around. He just didn't make it.
Well, he wouldn't have got around.
Probably not.
Yeah, the speed. That was super tough. Both ends of it, the accuracy and the power.
So what do? You follow into the rail just to right away, or you want to draw it past the side pocket?
I think she wants to draw it past the side pocket.
You can do both, I think, with right English.
Oh, I say if you can, then that's okay too, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
That's how I play the shot, but I know you can play it the other way also.
No, this is the better way because you're always, and once you get past the 5, it's all good from there. Got a real chance to go out here.
Got to go all the way up now. No. It's a shot, but it's not a good one. So he's going to shoot it and maybe draw into the 5. I don't know if that's going to help you. If you draw into the 5, you might get hurt behind the 9. She didn't cut it enough.
No, I think she was trying to preserve a thick hit on the 5, and in so
Yeah.
doing, she hit the thin side of the pocket,
Exactly.
or the fat side of it. She hit it too flush, so hit inside the point, but that was the best she could do. Now, Korsiak has a pretty nice opportunity to run out this rack and win the set.
Please remove yourself from that chair. The chair with the name on it is for that person and that person only.
Good shot.
Thank you.
Nicely done. I don't know if he's going to follow. Shoot up the corner and follow up. The 8's not blocking, I don't think. Or you could cut it in the side and do something else.
What he was doing there is measuring up the angle. If he was to cut this to the right, just barely go ahead. So the cue ball naturally comes off the end rail down towards the 7. Oh, he was playing. Oh boy, billiard the 9. I see what he was doing now.
So come back a little bit. I don't think he's going to try to really stroke this, but maybe.
Looks like he's going forward. Oh my, and got real quick. He got real quick on that. He did not like that angle.
It's a little bit of a tough shot here. He's going to have to hit the 9 no matter what. If she catches it too full and follows, she may not like the outcome.
And the same with the draw. I mean, this
Yeah.
is very tenuous.
I'm leaning towards trying to draw the ball and hope I catch a lot of the 9 and maybe shoot it from the middle diamond on a long rail, on the upper side of the side.
It just looks here on the overhead like you're only going to nick the 9. I don't think you can hit flush and pocket the ball here.
Yeah, maybe you might be right.
She recognizes that too.
You might be right.
Yeah, this is extremely treacherous.
If you can draw it back to the chalk, see the chalk where she's standing now, the chalk over there?
Yep.
You can hit the 9 and draw back to that chalk with a left English on it.
And then you could go softer speed where you don't clip the 9, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. It landed in a really precarious spot.
Ooh,
Yeah, that was always the problem.
she didn't get much of it. When she hit it, she didn't hit much of it.
Well, that was the draw. When you power, it takes that tangent line so long. And I
Yeah.
thought she was hitting the thin side of the 9 ball with any power. That suggests she could have gone power topspin. Same speed, would have nicked the 9 ball and would have allowed the cue ball to travel off of that. Back the other direction. I don't think she could have got all the way down, but could have got midpoint. She banking here? I think so. Guess she could cut at it. No banking. Oh, she scored. Great shot.
Wow.
Great shot.
What a
Crowd
nice
loves
shot
it.
that was.
Yeah, that was.
Just make this ball and play the 9 from wherever it lands.
I think you're saying the same words that everybody in this room is thinking. Just make this ball.
I mean, you could use a little left to help you, but
Beautiful. No problemo.
oh my God.
We're going to the hill. 8-8.
This is great.
Yeah. She's even smiling. Everybody loves it. 8-8. She looks over at Stu. She smiles.
Hey, at any rate, she's having a ball. You can bet on that. Look at
Absolutely.
her face. She's lit up. She's having a great time.
Well, just like my wife, karaoke Kathy, says, if you don't like this, there must be something wrong with you.
I'm actually envious of the good time she's having. She looks like she's really having fun. Where's Joey? He doesn't look so happy. Like
He's the
that.
only one that's not really enjoying this that much.
Yeah, he's a little bit pale. Not having a good time.
Final rack, ladies and gentlemen, very entertaining.
She
match.
graciously offers her hand as a gesture of good sportsmanship going to the last rack. Once again, extreme left side of the box. Good care with her aim here.
Compliant break.
2 balls on the break and a 7 ball across the head string and a shot on the 2. So what do we have? The 2 to the 4 and then the 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's doable.
You got to make the 2.
Yeah,
If she
well-
makes the 2, she has a good chance.
Definitely not an easy opening shot, but definitely a chance. Good discipline, focus. Giddy on up.
Oh,
Okay, so it's troublesome to get on the 5.
But if you cut this 4-ball in clean and overcut it a touch, it looks like the 9-ball is going to move pretty good. Where's it going to?
If you pocket the 4, the 9 won't go in the pocket. It's going to hit the end rail. So if you miss the
think you're
4,
right.
you could billiard.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But she could play off the high side of the 9 ball and get the cue ball to travel towards the 5. The big thing is, do not be consumed with the 9. Get the 4 down no matter what.
Ringo to table 23. You are on the clock. Josh Ringo, table 23.
Oh, she was able to capture it good. That's
That was better than anything she could have done.
100%. It looks like she can make the 5 in the side. It's not the easiest of shots, but it's certainly doable.
I mean, she didn't even touch the 9, right?
No,
she drew above it.
Did she? Yeah. You're right. She
And she
bent.
hit the other balls.
She was able to bend the ball enough.
She just wants to bounce out to about where she is now, a little bit.
Yeah, no need to play any position other than just speed. Just roll and pocket the 5. Make the 6 from anywhere. Great shot. Yep. Okay, now's the time to take a moment and get your head right. You need to get to the center of the table here.
Dead center would be sweet.
I'm gonna
She could reach everything, and she has a lot of options from there.
grabbing her extension.
You're rolling. Not bad. A couple of more turns would have been a little better. Would have rolled 2 more times. But this is a decent angle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she feels great about this shot because very playable down on the table. She's got a great chance to go out. She did the hardest work. Now it's just execute. Heart of the pocket. Perfect
Nice.
position.
Nice. Very nice. Is she going to keep the cue ball on this side of the table, or is she going to come across?
I think she's going across because that's a pretty steep angle and it's easier to control.
I would come across, but I think she hits him soft. Maybe she's going to hold it there.
Oh, boy.
You, her, and I are all the same.
Jin. Yeah, a great break and run out to close the match. Provided she captures this 9. And this would be 2 consecutive great wins.
Oh, my
9-8
gosh.
final.
What a nice match this was.
Yeah, well, you can see why she's the WPBA #1 right there. 2 great break and runouts. This has been World Class Pool, brought to you by Accu-Stats, the worldwide leader in billiard programming. That is our time for this time. Until next time, so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, is at 8 p.m. It's the Bank Pool